lined up, ready to go. Okay, here we go. Yeah, well, now the plan this afternoon is that we're going to have a good look at everybody's tiger crane kung fu routines. Yeah. Give you individual coaching, individual feedback on the routines, both the grading routines and the partner routines, and also have a look at the moves you're going to do for the gradings. Yeah, here you come, Tuba. We're going to teach you the Shaolin internal strength routine, the Sun Chen 3 battles routine, and I think you'll get that over the course of an afternoon. And this is basically the exercise for building up the internal strength, internal power. Okay. Before we start on the routines, we'll do a quick warm up just to get people moving. So run. Half asleep. Yeah, jog on the spot. And sprint. That's it, sprint it. And relax again. Sprint. And relax. Okay, now we're going to do hip rotation. Circling the knee around and the other direction. Change sides. And the other way. In you come, Ricardo. Okay, now hands on the knees, knee rotation, and the other way around. And wrist and ankle. Other way around. Change feet. And the other way. And relax. Okay. Swing your arms forwards and back. Now in and out. And twist. Twist the waist. Now swinging from side to side, stretching across. Now forwards and backwards, right forwards and right back. And circle the waist. Okay, now the windmill, backhand, forehand, turning the waist, backhand, forehand, backhand, forehand. And now the dog shaking water off its back, leaning with your spine parallel to the ground. Shake from the waist. And stand, same exercise, standing upright. Shake from the waist. And relax. Okay, good. Friska, could you work first with Zuba on the opening of the Samchen? Okay, thanks. Right, so I'm going to work round each person in turn, taking a look at your tiger crane routines. Oh, I'll start with Buddha-san. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Did you need to practice through it once or twice, or are you ready to go?
I mean, I feel comfortable with it, but I haven't done it today, so I don't know.
Oh, well, only one way to find out. Yeah.
Okay. I just want to create a little space because
Yeah.
I got to do the floor.
Yeah. Okay, good. Good. Well done. Yeah. So, first thing, it's always going to be more difficult. Doing it when the teacher's watching always comes out better when the teacher's not watching. Mainly the delivery of the power. We want it to be as fast and loose as possible. And it just requires first of all, letting go.
Yeah, I feel really tight. I feel like I could get any of it down there.
Yeah. explosive power comes from relaxation. Hardness comes from softness. So, got to be loose. And then, sudden. Yeah, sudden in the movement. Yeah. Unfortunately, you do things over and over again, and it just kind of, you get used to it,
Yeah.
and the urgency isn't there. You got to keep kind of pulling yourself back and saying, yeah, don't get used to it. Don't get complacent. You know, every time you do it, it's got to be like, okay, it's the last time I'll ever do it, and I've got to kind of do it my best. One of the problems with overtraining, that if you train too much, it's going through the motion. That's where you've got to avoid going through the motion. Make it kind of give it energy, make it special. Yeah. And then what you're doing with the hand that's tucking to the waist. If it's tucking to the waist, tuck it back to the waist. Yeah, back to the waist. Be quite conscious of both hands. If you want to develop real body awareness, you've got to be conscious of both hands, what they're doing. The joints, the movement of the joints. Being mindful of the pulling back, pulling down. And it gets the same thing, the body awareness. We've got to try to not cut any corners, not miss out any details. It's like that awareness of everything, and also the patience. People want to cut corners, they want, just get on with it. But it's kind of being so switched on that you don't cut the slightest corner. Everything is done. Everything is taken into account. Nothing's missed. Yeah. That's mastery, isn't it? Yeah, that's it. You don't slack off. It's looking fine. Yeah, on track for the grading. Yeah.
Yeah. Is there any advantage to having, I'm not sure how to phrase this, but a wider, maybe perceptual view instead of really focusing on this? I'm focusing here and really, I'm trying to, almost like a step back. So instead of focus right there, actually focused here and really trying to have this kind of loose focus of the whole body more. Would that aid in me being more aware? I'm not sure if the question's really coming through.
It is. And I got to think carefully to answer. So in the beginning, we were always saying, concentrate on the outcome, not on the process. If you punch, you want to get your energy down there, concentrate on punching power. Don't think about the arm, otherwise your concentration stays back here, the arm's stiff. Let go. When you get to a higher level, you're not concentrating on your arm, your body, or whatever, but you're aware of it. So it's back to the body awareness. You're aware of it, what everything's doing, right from your toes to your fingers to your tension. And you're aware how your body's working, how it's throwing that power. So you can feel everything moving. You're aware of everything moving. But it's this slightly detached awareness.
Yeah.
You're aware of it, but you're not really controlling it. You're letting it move naturally, but you can feel it all happening. And then when you're sitting back there, kind of detached but observing, you know, okay, oh, that's it. I've got to do this a little bit different. I've got to improve that. I've got to sharpen this up. So your mind has stepped back. It's aware of everything. It's the conscious mind's aware of everything. The subconscious mind is allowed to just go and do it. You do it subconsciously without thinking too much about it. The conscious has handed it over to the subconscious. It's just sitting back, observing. It's aware of everything, and then it's kind of giving a bit of feedback. Oh yeah, no, I know I've got to do this a bit different. I've got to do that. Almost like you're coaching yourself. So you're aware of everything, and you're very aware that what you've got to do is get your impact down to your hand or wherever you're delivering it. Get your power down on the point of impact. Yeah. That's probably the answer to your question.
Yeah.
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 Increased awareness. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks.
Thanks.
Yeah. Ah. Your audio's okay. Okay. Who's next? Up here. Have a look at yours. Keep your chin tucked back and the knees bent. Okay. Yeah. Pretty good. Very good. Very well done. So when we do the routines, we always practice, or usually practice, to throw the energy down to the point of contact. I'll give you an example. The upper block, that's a bit kind of dead. Yeah. Right down. Yeah. Okay. We want explosiveness. We want sudden explosive energy. There. There. That suddenness.
Get this free power on the block, and then
Yeah.
take it again.
That's the idea. Yeah, that's the ideal. So there, 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 there. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I was going.
yeah, yeah. Definitely, we want explosive energy. Yeah. Okay. That move coming up from the swap. This is coming around there. Hang on. Yeah, yeah. Because they're down there, coming over, and then it grips in. I guess it doesn't matter too much when you grip. Yeah, yeah. So uh, when we're practicing, we put energy in there if it was a punch. Energy like it was a punch. But your application, it could be like throw with that one, throw a technique with that hand, yeah. Could be like you're pulling someone there and then lift the throw.
I didn't see this one coming.
Pull them over. Then you got the weight over your center of gravity. That's when you can lift somebody. You keep them easy. Pull them over and lift, landing and throw from a height. So, yeah, there you go. That's it, yeah. Yeah. Now that's an application.
It has to be very low, but you're coming from low, so.
Yeah, yeah. I've seen the guys do this kind of thing. You just gotta get the pull on somebody. Once they're moving towards your shoulders, if you've got strength.
And it would be 360 for them.
Yeah, there's a few ways you can go down there. You're going to go down hard. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, pretty good. All right. How you doing, Lee? All right. How have things been with you?
Yes, fine. Yeah, I believe I have a face last few days.
Yeah.
Weather change. 4th week gift, sensitive date for me.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But everything's fine. I was
Yeah.
suffering every day, right?
Yeah.
Gosh.
So you've been just kind of staying in by?
Yeah, I'm staying right by the path of Thatcher in basically, it's called Lucky I think you know her. She says she knows you, government lady. I can't remember her name, but she bought Lucky Pie. Lucky in Pie.
Oh,
Or Lucky
okay.
Pie, the resort. It's called Chanaknut.
Again? Oh,
Chanaknut. Ban Chanaknut. Chano.
okay. Not to worry, not to worry.
But she says she knows you.
Yeah,
She's
good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's have a.
She's from Phuket. Anyway, you probably have to deal with her because of legal stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's have a look at your newest routine. Yeah. Okay, good, good. Okay, yeah, that's looking quite good actually. Yeah, you've got the moves, you've got the sequence of the moves, and your posture is getting better. You've got the chest up, the hips are pretty well tilted, the back is pretty straight. That's good. Yeah. So the first thing, once you've sunk down into your stance, just relax and drop down. It's like you will find your lowest level. Your body finds its lowest level. Just leave it alone. So we don't want bobbing up and down. Find it. Yeah. Relax. Relax your body. And just stay relaxed into the stance. There. And we want explosive movement. You're doing okay. You're doing okay. But no lifting of the shoulders, no, just there, sunk in the stance, explode. Core compression. Just simple movement. Yeah. Just relax there. Trim the movement down to what's necessary and cut out everything else. Yeah. Okay. So let's go to together here, here, punch, chop, turn. Now the double chop. Step forward, spin around your elbows. That's it. So you've got to have a step there. Chop. Now turn again. Yeah. That was okay from there. Block, chop. So it's just a lower block, chop, and then finish it off. No shuffle. Yeah. Pull. Throw. Yeah. Yeah. Now, do you have any questions?
No, that makes perfect sense.
All right. Yeah. Good. Just stay there, sunk in your stance. No bobbing up and down. Yeah.
So, first step, obviously the second step. Your knees are always out. You don't have a
Right.
problem with knees
No.
working.
Now, be clear about these steps. You take a step forward into a walking stance. You make your usual walking stance, then you just turn your waist 45 degrees.
My centre line is over my knee.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
That's fine. That knee will
That,
come in.
no, none of that. None of that. Knees out over the toes. Then you can basically turn back to the front, step, and then turn to the other side. That's the easiest way to do it. But you keep in that stance. It's a forward-facing stance, but you have a turn on the waist. Mm-hmm.
It's the same stance. It's just up and down.
Yep.
It's that bit.
Good. Okay. Tomorrow night we're planning a little kind of tea gathering. Gonna have tea after dinner, so drop in if you're around here.
Yes, I'm sure.
Yeah. Not quite sure what time we'll start. Just WhatsApp us. Yeah.
Yes, no worries. I've got them like for 2 days now.
Yeah. Good. Oh, that's good. Well, Thea, how about taking over from Prisca teaching? Yeah. Next week. Okay. Sorry? Are you going to go to the... Yeah. Okay, Mandy, let's have a look at your Samchen. That's what you're going to do for your grading. Yeah, I realise it's quite off-putting having me watching, so just start again. Yeah, very good, very good. Okay, so if you do that for your grading, you'll do it. Yeah, you'll pass it. That doesn't mean it's perfect. It's good enough for the first one. No, it wouldn't be good enough for the third, fourth, or fifth one. No, that's okay. So we're just going to look at a few basic points, yeah, to bring up the standard. First thing, make sure there's enough room between your heels to get your shoulders between. Relax, bend your knees, sag down. Push the knees apart. Yeah, the body weight, as it comes down, it should push the knees apart, the hips tilted forward, and the back very straight. You're leaning back a little bit. Just bring your hips back. Bring the hips back. Yeah, got it. Then you're more upright. Yeah, that's great. Now, punch. While you punch, body inflated, full of air. Then, after you punch, breathe out. Then you do the exhalation, the explosive exhalation. Come in, Ricardo. So, feel the chest. Punch. Breathe out. Now, then open your fingers. This move, let's make it explosive, yeah. Not just putting it there. Whip it out, whip strength down to your hands. Do that once more. Yeah. Elbows, they come from out to in. As the elbows flick in. That's it. The elbows flick in and they flick the hands out. Okay. You got it, yeah. Yeah. That's great. Yep. Now bend the wrist. Rotate. Elbows in, hands out. Bend the wrist as much as you can. Yeah, good. That's good. Okay. Let me think. Here we go. Yeah, keep the feet spaced out. Move, then breathe. Yeah. Okay. Have you got any questions?
When I do this and
Yeah.
that, does it go like this and then that? Or am I?
Right, okay. The right hand is in front.
Okay.
The blade of the left hand slices down the right arm. And as you do that, the right hand comes back to the waist, yeah. Now the other one comes up, the right comes up next to the left. They change places, yeah, that's it. And this one ends up tucked back at your waist. You're using the blade of your hand here.
Okay.
Yeah, blade of the hand. And then it's pierce forward. Yeah, yeah.
That was only
All right.
question I had.
Great, got it. Practice on that for a little bit, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Right. take a look at your Sipji Kun, yeah. Make sure your toes are turned inwards. Yep. Good. Keep the elbows twisted right in. Elbows in, hands out. Yeah. Body facing the front. The punch comes out and you just kind of whip from the waist. Body ends up square on. Shoulder down there. Yeah. Continue. Yeah. Shoulder back. Pull the shoulder right back. Drop the shoulder blade down into the back. Lock the joint. Twist the shoulder blade down into the back. Elbow in, wrist out. That's great. Yeah. Good. Now, okay. From there, back to there. Back upright. Back straight upright. Hand by the shoulder. There. That's good. That's good. Back straight. Good. Yes. Okay. Carry on. 1, 2, 3. Pull your shoulder right back. Pull your shoulder blade down into the back. Yeah. 1, 2. No shuffle. Okay. So you 1, 2, 3. Lock the shoulder down. 1, 2. Whip. Yeah. Yeah. So no shuffle. 1, 2. Whip. Pull. Throw down. Whip the fists. Flow there. Okay. Circle. Not straight across. Circling. Yeah. Yeah. And about there. Yeah, the circling around this point and the circular movement builds up speed, builds up energy. Yeah. Good. Punch for the center of the chest. Yeah. Yeah. Good. Elbows in, hands apart. Relax. Get the elbows turned in. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's better. Fingers together, thumbs tucked. Good. There, just grip. And do that. Yes, good. Okay. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. circle. Fingers and thumbs tucked. Single punch directly in front of the shoulder. Triple punch into the heart. Into shoulder movement. From the shoulder down. Triple punch to the heart. Yeah. Okay. When did you do your last grading? How long ago? Sorry?
Like a month ago.
About a month ago. Well, if you're here till the end of the month, we'll see if we can do another one. Yeah. If you're here until the end of the month, maybe we can get you through the next one. Yeah. So check your dates. All right. Thanks. Thanks, Ricardo. Yeah. Yeah, pretty good. Okay, so let's take a look from the start. From the start. A little bit closer. A little bit closer, yeah. When you bring that up, try to vibrate power down to the wrist. Right down. Yeah, that's better. That's better. That's much better. Yeah. Yeah, carry on. Compress the core in tight. Squeeze it in, yeah. Yeah, okay, good. So try to get more explosive energy into the movements. So you've got to start from relaxation, start from emptiness, and then we get sudden explosion, sudden explosive contraction. There. Sorry, Mum. There. And relax. That's the hard bit, relaxation. Now, there, 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 there. So each step, you've got an explosion. There, there, there. And to get the explosion, you've got to bring it from the relaxation. So you've got to get the relaxation. Once you got the relaxation, the explosion is quite easy. So let's have a think here. There. Now, the lion cub opening its mouth. Again, we want this pretty quick move. There. When we do it in the Swan-Yang routine, it's a slow routine. Here, it's got to have the energy of the tiger crane up. Yeah. The thrust at the end is the easiest bit. There. Snap it out. There. Snap it out. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. If you got that expression because you're confused or because you understand what you've got to do, but it's that looks quite difficult.
It's quite difficult.
Yeah, that's okay.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that thinking.
Yeah.
All of that.
It's different, but it's not that difficult. When you know what to do, you can do it. When you don't understand what you've got to do, that's a bit different. You can't do it till you know what you've got to do. When you know what you've got to do, you can do it.
I guess I can work on it.
Yeah.
I had a question. It's
Yeah.
on the move when you come up.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah. No, it's not. No.
Sorry.
Yeah. This is to swipe across somebody's eye, to scratch the eye. Yeah. I don't know how easy it would be to try it on somebody. There. Now this is right. You've got your fingers in someone's eyes and you're going like that.
Oh yeah, that was that.
Yeah. Rubbing the fingers into the eyes. Yeah.
I remember now.
Yeah. Now, when someone sticks their fingers in your eyes, what are you going to do? You're not going to do that. You're sticking your fingers in my eyes. I'm going to go, whoa. Yeah. You're going to. So, as you do that, as you back, I've got to come follow you. Yeah? So you've got to be. It's like you've got to have your touch contacts, and you've got to keep kind of rubbing your fingers into somebody's eyes, like that. Yeah. Scratch the eye, then fingers in and rub. Yeah. So you're really kind of in there and digging around, yeah. Scratching the cornea. Sorry?
I can see that.
Yeah.
So do you just came across and then kind of like bring back and
Cross and slightly back to come in and out. Yeah. There. And then, okay. So There you are. You just rub your finger straight into someone's eye. They can't see what's going on. Bang! Punch into the larynx or whatever.
Oh yeah. Is it higher? I thought it was more like.
For the routine, you can do it like a punch to the sternum.
Yeah, I was really low.
If you're doing, I don't know about there, but if you're doing it in practice, I'd go for the larynx because it's just easier to damage. And once you get your fingers in someone's eyes, they always tilt the head back. Yeah. It opens up the throat, so you can just go for the throat. Yeah. Sounds good, doesn't it?
Sounds awesome.
Yeah.
I'm gonna train that.
Yeah. Do it tonight. Get down the walking street tonight. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Thanks, Briscoe. Sorry that you've ended up being lost. Should we take a look? Okay, good. Right, okay. So minor point. When you do the salute, keep the right wrist straight. From there to there. There's no need to kind of do that with the wrist. Just keep it straight. Yeah, that's it. There you go. Now, from there, we want to get the moves explosive and we want to create impact. So we want an explosive impact from the movement. Back there, down here. There, relax, explosive contraction. Yeah. What we don't want is a gradual movement like that. This is controlled, this is a push, the energy is held back. Relax and then just explode. Yeah. And nearly all the moves, yeah, exactly like that. Nearly all the moves where you deliver power, that's how we deliver, yeah. It's an explosive movement, sudden impact, not a gradual one. Yeah. That's the difference between a punch and a push. So relax, let go. Snap them out. There. And again. How many times are you doing this on the way forward?
So with the step, and then
yeah.
2 more. So
Yes,
3
that's
forward,
right. That's right.
3 backwards.
That's
Maybe
right.
I
That's
might have
right.
not have done that.
Yep. Okay, good. Yeah, try it once more. Try through it once more. Okay. Very good. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I still wasn't relaxed.
Well, there's a lot of work there. A lot of work to be done. But you know what you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Good. Do you have any questions at the moment?
No, I think I just need to figure out how to relax and slow it out. Just
Yeah.
practice it.
Well, that's what you're going to practice on for the next 10 minutes. Yeah. Okay, Mac. Good. Good. Well done. Well done. As you stand up, look through the fist. Yeah, that's right, yeah. Always look where you're hitting.
Yeah. I'm trying to, are you wrapping and then coming back?
Well, it's just coming smoothly over the head.
Can you use that momentum?
Yeah, oh yeah. I think, guys, just finish off what you're doing at the moment and then gather over here. Yeah, you want to come in a bit closer. So, you know, noticing the same thing with a lot of people, that sometimes the movement gets a bit blunt, like that. Instead of being explosive, should come from complete relaxation and then whip out. Yeah, there. A movement that's gradual, that's a push. You want to push somebody, you give a gradual build up of strength and you accelerate and you push. If you want impact, you've got to hit really fast. It's all about the speed of connection. The faster you hit, the more impact that you get. So it's got to be a fast, explosive movement. Explosion comes from relaxation. If you're tense, you're tense already. You just kind of push out like that. If you're relaxed and there's a sudden contraction of the muscle of the body, crack, there it goes, yeah. There. Then you grip or do whatever you're going to do. Sudden explosive movement, that's what we want. When you do the blocking techniques, you know, we want it to get down there suddenly, and you want to get down there fast. It's got to be fast. People are not going to wait for you to block. You got to do it quick. Yeah. I practice that now. Things that are going to make it difficult. You're tired, so you got to look after your recovery. And you're kind of brain dead because you've been doing it so many times. Oh, not again. Every time you do it, you need a sense of urgency. You need a sense of urgency. Yeah. Relax. Bam, explode. Not just going through the motions. That's when you need to train your mind. You've got to train the mind so that when you want to be switched on, when you want to be sharp, when you want to be focused, you are. You learn how to do it. And it's a conscious thing. Okay, I've got to do it. Right, bang, switch on. There we go. Afterwards, you can switch off again. That's pretty useful. Pretty useful. Any questions just at the moment? Or are you going to do another?
Any maybe hidden secrets about how to just turn on, or how to like kind of train ourselves to do that? Or if the obvious answer is
Everything that we do requires being conscious, being present. We're back to the Buddhist thing, be present in the moment. Anchor yourself in the present, all of this. And you practice it. And you've got to know when you're focused, when you're present, and when you're drifted off, when you're distracted. Remember what it's like. Because when you know where to go, then you can go there. Just be conscious of, okay, this is the right state of mind. Okay, I'm there, and you've got to know how to go back there. All the exercises that we go through, all the exercises you do, all the exercises you research and read about and watch videos about, it's all building you up there. But you've got to do it and practice and just get used to being there. I can give a good bit of kind of Kung Fu specific advice. You think about your fighting application. Doesn't matter how many techniques you've learned. If the mind's in the wrong place, they're not going to do you any good. They're not going to do you any good. You get into that situation that you don't want to get in, where you have to fight somebody. What's it going to be? Are you focused? Are you relaxed? Is your mind kind of in neutral so that you can just react? Or are you kind of panicking and dispersing all over the place and not knowing what to do? Because if you're in that second mode, your Kung Fu's not going to come out. It doesn't matter what martial art you do, it's not going to happen. Yeah, you're going to freeze, you're going to wobble, you're going to poo your pants or wee yourself, but it's not going to happen. Yeah, I don't think I haven't seen it. So that's the first step. Your mind has to be in the right place. Otherwise, the technique is not going to happen. It's worthless. So every time you do anything, you've got to be in your mind. It's like, okay, I've got to do it like this is the last time I ever get to do it. Or no, that's not quite right. Like you're in that situation where if you don't do it right, then it will be the last time because you're not going to live for another time. So every time you do it like it's your last chance, your life depended on it. And if you can kind of get that mindset that, okay, every time I've got to do it, I've got to do it like it's the real one, then yeah, you progress quite fast. Yeah, but people don't see that. Yeah. It's no big deal. We're only training. It's only training. Yeah. It's only class. Yeah. He's not really going to hit this. Okay. Yeah. So in your mind, no, you've got to do it like, even if you know the person's not going to hit, you've got to do it like they weren't going to hit you. Yeah. Oh, okay. So what I'd like you to do, go through your routine 2 more times, then we have our level 2 break. Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys. 2B, you just, what you've learned, just run through it 2 or 3 times, and then we'll do more after the break. Yeah. Thanks. Okay, finish the one that you're on, and then we'll have our little break. Yeah, here we go. Take 10-minute tea break. Bow. Right. Over to the tea table.
Нажми сверху. Телефон подержи. Себе воткни.
They travel far.
Sounds like a date.
We have
Pretty much everybody. Yeah.
I even had to look up some of the nursery rhymes to see the background. It wasn't very happy. Ashes, fall down.
Did you do the pot?
And
Round
fire some darn thing is like, I don't know. It was really sad. Why would they put this for our children's nursery rhyme?
Yeah, probably was doing the flag.
Oh yeah, maybe that's what it is, yeah. It was just really depressing. I was just,
We all fall down.
London's down.
So the real question is, in the States, did you play Duck Duck Radar or Duck Duck Goose? And you're little and you're in the school class.
Right, come back. I like that saying. 95.
95 is not the new one.
Yeah, I know, yeah. By the port.
Yeah. No, I don't think
Oh. Whereabouts?
I already went and got the keys.
That's far out.
We've got pandanus in there, but that is not what's giving it the red colour. I'll need to taste it to tell you what it is. I'm wondering.
Help yourself, everyone.
do the
It's that
train.
it's that herb
What do
that
we call it?
they
The-
give me
the
every
sibling.
day. And then they've added the pandanus grass
Ah, that's what
to it, which is where you get that taste. Because the red herb, it's like a kind of wood. It's weird and it's almost no taste. Almost no taste, but I can taste the pandanus. Okay, well, so you're pretty exciting tea this afternoon with the most amazing bright red colour and frankly pretty boring taste. Taste the pandanus, but it's nothing amazing. It's very healthy though. So here's what we're going to do. If anybody's got any questions, ask, and for the people that are following online, if you want to put questions in the chat, I'll do my best to answer them, but we've got to hurry up because we only got 5 or 10 minutes. Anybody have any questions they want to ask? Suba, do you have any questions that you want to ask? Yeah.
Not yet. I will
Not
have
yet.
many, but not yet.
Yeah, okay. Save them for tomorrow. Yeah. Anybody else? Anything coming through on the chat? Okay then. I'll have to think of the questions you should have asked and then answer them for you. Let's have a think. One of the inevitable problems with the training. You do so much, you do it so much that it just becomes doing it every day. It becomes stale, almost a bit boring, and you're just going through the motions. Do it again, do it again. And it becomes completely worthless. Total waste of effort. If you're not switched in, if you're not energized, it's a complete waste of time. That's not what it's about. So how do you stay fresh? How do you stay switched on? How do you stay at high energy? Oh, it's hard. you're always wanting to get better, you're always thinking, you're always observing what you're doing, thinking how you could improve it. You want to get better. How do I get better? Every time you do something, evaluate it. How good was it? What could you do to make it better? Were you really pleased with it? Probably not. Could you have made it better? Very probably. How could you make it better? Then it becomes interesting. It's not like, okay, I just do the same every day. You really want to improve. You really want to get better. That's kind of gives you incentive. You're aiming for something. You want to get better. Sorry, just got a message coming through.
I have a question as well. Whenever.
Yeah. Let me just check this as well. Come on.
There's some more. People want any more?
Okay. Here we go then. What's the question?
So my question is, we're talking about intensity and being switched on, but I've also heard you talk about not necessarily always training at 100%, that you want to use, maybe 70, 80%. So maybe helping me or whoever better understand switched on isn't necessarily meaning using all 100% of everything you got, or is it? Or is there kind of that relationship between the two?
Oh, sorry. Yes, that's a very good point. So for the benefit of the people who are listening, switched on, should we be functioning at 100% all the time? Or should we maybe functioning at about 40, 50%? The confusion lies in the mind versus the body. The mind should be totally switched on. The mind should be 100% switched on. We want to be aware of everything. Total awareness. And to get that, we need this kind of sorry, this is doing something I wanted to do. That's better there. Connection to the subconscious mind. Conscious mind can't concentrate on too many things at once. The subconscious is just so powerful. Concentrate on everything. So we want to be aware. You just have this awareness here of everything. Everything that's going on. Everything that's going on inside. Everything that's going on outside. The mind totally switched on. And then the body you get this kind of paradox. People, especially when they start, people that are beginners, wanting to really use a lot of muscle power. Yeah, use your muscle. Push it hard, yeah. Strength, exert strength. But then you hold back your energy. And what you get out isn't good. The power that you generate, the impact that you generate isn't that much. Even though you're using your muscles. But it's kind of blunt impact instead of sharp impact. Because we want to let the energy move through the body, because you want to let go and let the limbs move fast, because you need speed for a hard impact. We don't want to be using a lot of muscle power. It should feel like you're not really tensing the muscle at all. It's just this sudden, explosive contraction. Bam, explode, but no push. So by exerting less, you gain more, you get more impact. We can go back to the classic little visualization. You're going to throw something. Throw my phone at somebody. Not a good idea, I just didn't have anything else handy to throw around. By definition, to throw it, I've got to let go. If you throw a technique, it means you let go. You let it go. We don't put a punch. I don't, throwing the finest regiment, I pick it up, I walk over there, put it down again. Yeah, that's like a stiff movement. What's that? Yeah. You've got to let go. The more you exert, the less you can let go, and then you don't get the explosion. That's the hard thing for most people. Almost everybody is it seems like obvious, intuitive strength, tension, yeah, but you've got to do the opposite. You've got to be loose, you've got to be relaxed, and you've got to go. So we encourage people not to use strength. Yeah. Relax, let your energy travel. And then, yeah, you start to get it. Once you start to get it, once you're getting it, you're not thinking in terms of, am I using 10% strength, 20% strength, 80%, 100%. You're not thinking about that. You're just thinking about impact. Impact. Yeah. Outcome. The impact, that's the outcome. How much impact do I generate? The process, yeah. How much muscle do I use? How much do I exert? How much do I push? If I was bench pressing, how much would I be? No, just totally ignore the process and focus on the outcome. Yeah. If you can hit hard, that's great. If you can hit even harder, that's even better. So every time you try to hit a bit harder, how can I hit harder? How can I hit harder? But not how much am I exerting. Yeah, if you think about exertion, you hold back and it all goes wrong. And Master Tan had this little saying. He would say, train the maximum, use the minimum. When he's talking about strength. Train to be as strong as you can. But you also train to use the minimum amount of strength. Yeah. Try to accomplish what you want to accomplish with the absolute minimum of strength. You've got the strength there if you need it. It's there in reserve. But if your technique's good, you won't need it. You won't use it. Yeah, you do it easy. I do just want to check the chat, see if we've got any questions in there.
That we spoke about the self-defense also. If I choose a technique of scratching the eyes or growing kick, I don't need 100% at all.
Yeah,
Any
yeah,
impact will do.
definitely.
And then you have a lot of space to practice technique.
Well, it sounds a lot like Wu Wei.
Yeah.
Just using the absolute amount that is needed.
Just enough.
Yeah, sounds challenging. But it probably wouldn't be worth it if it wasn't.
Feels good to be powerful, but other than that, you just went live.
We were right.
Yeah.
You just went viral, I think.
It went viral. Yeah, you're all over the world.
Finally.
Somebody gonna
You're famous.
discover you.
Buddhist in the white. Yeah.
Master Ian, would you contemplate actually using less aggression on someone who's attacking you? Because I've actually done that. You know, say like a 20-year-old something throwing a punch, and all I did was block. I didn't even return, and then the same thing happened with a parachute regiment bully. You know, getting on to about 50 odd, and I had to use full force palm strike after a block, you know, to get in the way. And it was like,
You used the technique, well, that's good.
That would
You're
work.
right.
so I've used different degrees of defence, and I mean that's not me using my ego, because
Yeah.
I really only care what you think.
I don't want to talk too long, because it's if I talk too long, then we reduce our training time.
I don't know if I'll
So
be
what-
so gentle in the future though, but
Well,
as I'm getting older. But
okay, here we go. So what you're talking about is calibrating your response to the level of attack, the level of threat, the level of violence. And that's smart, because if it keeps you out of trouble. You can defend against someone without actually needing to retaliate. And people appreciate that, and you don't get too much comeback. Yeah. Somebody does something silly, you just almost like you brush it aside. You don't have to inflict injury on them. People appreciate it. Yeah. So that, you know, the guy's pretty fair. Yeah. And there's not much comeback. Yeah. You don't have problems with the police. You don't get people coming back to beat you up. When I used to work the nightclub doors, you know, I was really good at talking people down, talking people into doing what I wanted them to do. And if you persuade somebody to just not bother, you know, okay, forget it. Let's just everybody calm down here. You know, just get you. Have a good time, go home, you know, nobody gets hurt, nobody's in trouble. Yeah. Nobody after that goes home and tells all his family, oh, this bouncer calmed me down and told me to enjoy myself, and yeah, let's go around there. Let's get him. Yeah, let's go around there and get him. Let's take a carload of guys around there. You know, you just beat some guys up. You know, I mean, people used to get shot, killed with axes, swords. You know, they know where you're working. They come back with all their family and a weapon. Yeah, because they're really wound up. Yeah. Now, some guy goes home covered in blood. All his family are like up in arms by him. You know, okay, I'm on the phone, right? You overreact, maybe you get in trouble with the police. So, scale the response. Yes, it's smart. Maybe you kind of come across as more of a hero if you completely batter somebody. Yeah. But then gets you into trouble. I've almost forgotten the question. So you're asking
degrees of defense.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
what
yeah,
sort
that's
of
it,
thing
yeah.
they do to the guy who's
So-
trying to attack you.
So here's the other
That
thing.
pushes people
Yeah.
away after a block, and it
It-
works just as well.
Yeah, it's all part of the same thing. You're talking self-defense. Yeah. There's a lot of things you've got to defend yourself against, and one of them is getting a long prison sentence. It's worse than getting beaten up. Yeah. You get beaten up, you're in a bad way for 5 days, 10 days. It's all right again, yeah. Whoa, you know, you get sent to prison for 25 years. You know, a couple of guys that I knew, we were teenagers, got into a fight. They both got life sentence, and one of them he hadn't even done anything. He was just there. But under British law, the fact that you were present with another guy makes you guilty. And I mean, maybe I was 16. And then I can remember really clearly that hearing, I was on the news, on the TV news, that he walked out of an open prison. He'd been towards the end of his sentence. He walked out of an open prison, and they're all, the guy's on the loose. And I worked it out, and he'd been in there for 25 years. He'd served 25 years. So he went into prison when he was 16, 36, 41, yeah. So it's your whole life gone. It's just such an important chunk of your life. Imagine you go in, and then you come out 25 years later, and the world's completely changed. Imagine you came out today and you'd been in prison for 25 years. Maybe you've never seen an iPhone, never seen a smartphone. You hardly know what the internet is. I mean, I suppose they have it inside, but so you got to defend yourself against that. You know, you overreact, and that's what you get. So you've got to take all these things into account, and generally, if you inflict the maximum amount of damage, it's going to get you in a lot more trouble than if you just use the minimum, diffuse the situation. So what you're doing is good. Yeah. You don't need to hurt people too much. It just gets you into more trouble.
Is it true that I think in some European countries, maybe Canada as well, being a martial artist, you need to register as a martial artist, and if you're gonna use your force, it's like you're using a weapon.
Yeah, you
You're
get
gonna be
differently.
charged differently as a martial artist.
You're always
Assault with
wrong.
a deadly weapon.
Yes, you become a deadly weapon.
Yeah. The laws keep changing and they vary from country to country, but they're generally silly. Yeah.
It's pretty silly.
It's just crazy. Yeah. Sad, not true. Right, guys. Let's get training again.
that's why the head check was an appropriate response and not a thrashing to the back of the head. It was just letting him know, no one got hurt, but letting him know I'm in business. I wanted that dollar.
Main question, cameras or no cameras?
Yeah. Very excited. Yeah. Very, very excited.
There we go. Okay. Yeah, bow. Okay, well done, guys. So, I think for most people, I'm going to take a look at the grading moves now, so that we're getting everybody prepped up for their grading. And for tuba, we will continue teaching this Samchen routine. I think it's your turn now. How far have you got through it so far? What was the last move that you did? That one. Okay, great. We'll take it from there. Okay, guys, here we go. Right. Yeah. Let's have a look at your grading moves. Yeah. Okay. So that chop, we want to really whip it down from the core.
I started with left foot forward.
You can start with your left foot forward, or you can step into it. Up to you. In the end, you're gonna step into it. There. Yeah. Whip it down.
So like collarbone or lower?
Yeah, you can think about coming down on the collarbone from above. Yeah.
There is a reason.
Good. Okay, there you go. Down. And then, it's just getting more fluidity into those moves. Chop. Yeah, just a fluid. Boom. Out, yeah. Down. 1, 2. Yeah, good. And as straight and upright as possible with your back, not too much of the bend forward. There. Yeah, good. Okay, let's look at this one. And okay, for that block, turn the waist more so the body is facing to the front. Yeah, eyebrow high. Once more. Yeah. Okay, now the whole sequence again there. In, yeah. Oops, open. Yes. Yeah. And always this explosive energy. Yeah, that's it. That's it, yeah. Good. Okay. And we just got the last one there. So we'll make the circles as clear as possible. 1, 2, going forward. 1.5. Circle, bam, out. Now this coming back a little bit clearer, a little bit more round.
The same circle just in front of my body. I was exaggerating. I was making a big
Think of this circle. You've done that. You're coming back with this circle, and then circling around flat. After the collarbone strike, palms forward. Sorry, okay. I think from the beginning. There we are. Open the hands, the knuckles are forward. 1, 2, draw back, strike the collarbone. Now the palms are forward. As you do this, circle and pierce. Good.
So when I'm moving forward, the palms facing myself.
That's right. And when you're moving back, facing away from you. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Well. Yep. Oh. Yeah. We want it from the squat. We want to come up into a walking stance. We want to be able to come up to a walking stance. So, yeah, there. Then you're going to come up to there. Yeah. Practice it a bit. No, right foot forward.
Right foot forward.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That'll do it for now. Come on, let's have a look. Yeah. Using the back, the torso as a spring. Coil the spring. Let it go. Coil it in. Let it go. Coil it one more time. Let it go.
Is the first one here?
Well, yes, but it's an inch above the eyebrows. The measure. Just above the eyebrow, yeah.
Okay. So you start from here and you already scope.
Good. Yeah. Yeah. Relax. Oh, yeah. 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 Okay. And the next one. Okay. Yeah. So this is your classic inner block. Pivoting from the waist, you're just bringing it across. Yeah, just across. Now you hook back. So you're clearing something out of the way. You just punch towards me. Neutralize the attack, clear the hole, come in. Yeah. Clear it, come through. The lower block and the punch are pretty much simultaneous. There, as the block is reaching its completion, the punch starts and you pull back the fist. Yeah, good.
Is the
And
punch straight to the earth or? Yeah.
yeah, center line punch.
Yes.
And let's see the double back hammer fist. 1, 2, and 1, 2. Yeah, very good. Okay, fine. Keep practicing.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's take a look at your little set of movements that you're going to do for your grading.
Okay. Start anywhere.
Yeah. Start anywhere.
When we shuffle back and
Shuffle forwards.
shuffle forward.
Very good. Relax a little bit more around your shoulders and your upper arms. Try to just whip the power, the energy down to the hand. Good, good. And again. Good. And we'll get the hands a bit closer. You're intending to come into the diaphragm here. Yeah, just below the floating ribs. Good. Okay. Now, the next one. Let's start that one with the thumb at the top. So, let's say movement like that. Yeah. Good. And again. Good. Yeah, that's pretty good. Just concentrate on getting your energy down there to the fingers so that it really gets to there, right through to the finger. Good. Okay, now another move. Yeah. Yeah, that's great. You're using that chopping surface, the blade of the hand. Yeah. Visualize you're going for the collarbone here, cracking the collarbone. Good. Yeah. Okay. And next one. How about the father-son block? Good. And this one, to the back stance, slicing down the arm on the center line.
I've done this one.
You haven't done that one.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Well, good job we picked up on that. Front foot steps back Then we go into a back bow arrow stance. Feet are about 45 degrees to front, and the knee of the right leg is directly over the toes. Raise your hand, the blade of the left hand to the right shoulder. Slice down, pull the right hand back to the waist. And this is on the centre line. Maybe a bit more square to the front there. There. Yeah. Yeah, good. Good. Yeah, that's great. You done that one? Good. And again. Yeah. Okay, one more. Yeah, that's good. And now let's see the double upper crane block. Good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, very downwards for this double one. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Good. And your front thrust kick. Yeah. And again. Yeah. Just make it a simple movement. Not too much going on with the hands and the body. Just simple, straight out movement. Yeah. Relax, stretch it out. Throw the hips forward into the kick. Yeah. Yeah, good. Okay. And the hardest one, this circling movement here. Yeah. 1, 2. Okay, so we're going to make the circles a little bit more round rather than flattening off the top. Keep them round so the flow is smooth. Start with the two palms facing forwards. Then do this, 1, 2. Yeah. And then if you want, you can add on kind of grip, tiger claw grip there at the end here. Try that one time. There, palms facing forwards. 1, 2, grip. Yeah. Okay. Work on that for a bit. Thanks. Boy. Right, Ricardo, the moves that you need to do for the grading, the next grading, have you done them already?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, let's take a look. First of all, the chop. This
Yeah,
one.
I have actually a question.
Yeah.
This because I don't know which it comes here.
I'll bring it from the shoulder.
Sorry.
From the shoulder in there. Yeah. 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 That's it. There. Try one on your right, one on your left. Yep. And the other hand. Yeah, okay, that's pretty good. Now the double chop. This one. Yeah, that's good. Great. Now, when you move from one side to the other, bend the wrist here. Use it as a block. Block across. Come into here, and then out. Yeah. So it's the transition from one side to the other. Transition across, in, out. Yeah, that's it. And step again, step again. Yeah, and like that. That's good. Yeah. Now this one, cat washing its face.
This is without shuffling, right?
No shuffling, no movement of the feet. Yeah. Round and grip. Good. Palms facing the front. Round. Grip. Yeah, good. Now the full turn around. And back. That's great. The monkey squat. Yep. Stand up again. And now the cat squats. Yeah. And the crane kick. Bend your knee a bit more. Pull the foot back. Yeah. And then throw your hips a little bit forward into the kick. That's good. And down it goes. Slide kick. Yeah. Bend the knee. Bend it. Kick it out and back. Yeah. And the heel kick into the abdomen. Into the tantien, the center here. Center of the abdomen, yeah. One more. Yeah, okay. Pretty good. All right. Practice on those. Okay. I think, guys, that we're maybe a little bit of overkill on these grading moves. Be good to do something a bit different. Yeah. Can you remember the second partner routine? Yeah. Could you have a try at that with Mandy? Priska, no, actually, Priska, you go, Mandy. You probably won't bash each other's wrists up too badly. You two go together, doing the second partner routine. Yeah. Just ending with the push. Okay. Right, off we go. Oh, wait a minute. No, I haven't looked at your. Oh, do it anyway for now. I'll look at your moves in a minute. Yeah. Lee, have you done the moves for the next grading?
I've got 2 videos from Priska.
Is that a yes or no?
I can show you the moves, but then what one?
Right, okay. Let's put it like this. Show me the first one. Once more. Okay. It's getting a little bit overcomplicated. We only need to do three strikes. The first one is this palm heel to the diaphragm. So we shuffle in palm heel. Keeping your feet where they are, turn to the side, turn to that direction. Throw out straight. Yeah. Okay, let's do it with the shuffle. Okay, not there. The blade of the hand in. Okay, yeah. There. There. Yeah. Bring the hands down, shuffle forward. Up. The upwards movement. Once more. And no crossing them over from there. There. Yeah. So let's do that again. There. There. And there. Yeah.
It's not in if
Well, you could put that before the sequence if you wanted to. So you could do double R block. There. 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 If you want to. Yeah. There. Good. Okay. Okay. There. And there. Good. Okay. Now let's see the other one that starts there. 1, 2, 3 punches. Okay. So we want to get the jump significantly lighter. There, 1, 2, 3. Grip. You're bringing the left hand on top of the right, and you jump. Jump onto your right foot, and just gently come down into the squat. Yeah, just gently. Now, this hand is slicing down like that. This one is hitting back with this. One's up, one's down. One hand up, one down. Yeah, that's it. Closed fist and then chop. And we're going on that 45-degree angle. So it's pretty much all on this angle. 1, 2, 3. Grip. Jump back. Block. Chop. Yeah. That way. Facing that way. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So we are going to go that for you. There. Across and down. Across and down. Across and down. Yeah.
that final one, it's double block. It's a double block, isn't it? Triple squat, crane,
Yeah, that
top,
may be quite an old one actually. Just do it how I showed you to do it.
Yeah. But I think that is the double block one. You just showed me that last meeting.
Probably, yeah. Okay. So just do that longer one more time. Yeah, bend this arm, bend it on. Yeah, bend it. There. That. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's pretty good. All right, mate. Well done. Yeah. Ricardo, you join in doing this partner routine. You join in with this routine with a partner. You be Priska's partner while I have a look at Mandy doing this.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Thank you, Mandy.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, move back a little bit. So we're going to have a look at your moves you're going to do for the grading.
Okay.
Let's start off with a horse riding stance. Knees out over the toes, good. Yeah. And yeah, that's great. Tilt your hips, straighten out your lower back, stretch out the lower back, drop down, step forward into a walking stance. Knees out over the toes. Take 2 steps forwards. And again. That's pretty good. Maybe just kind of bring the foot in slightly and out. Yeah. Much better, much better. One more step. Good. Now shuffle backwards 3 times. Yeah, good. Check that your walking stance is correct. Adjust it if you need to. And then go back into a horse riding stance. Toes turned in. Okay, now. Shaolin punches. Show me some Shaolin punches. Good. Relax your shoulder, let it sink down. Keep going. Okay, now let's see the elbow strike. Turn from the waist, not from the shoulder, from the waist. Yeah. There. Good. And now the back hammer fist. Yeah. Try to throw your energy down to the fist. Good. And now an upper block. Yeah. And a lower crane block. It's pretty good. Keep your elbow tucked in and turn the hand out. Elbow tucked in, turn the hand out. Yeah. Yeah. So much better. And now the double one. 2 hands at once. Yeah. Good. And the inner block like this. Yeah. Yeah. Good. Loads of waist movement. Plenty movement of the waist. Yeah. Yeah. Good. All right. And now the groin kick. Try to come a little bit higher. Bit more. Bit higher. Yeah. Okay. That's pretty good. So you're on track to do your grading on whatever I said it was.
I think it was the 14th, you said? April 14th?
Yeah, I think it was. So that's Monday of next week. That's this day next week. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You've got a week to build up to it.
Excellent.
Maybe go through with one of the guys the questions you've got to answer.
Right.
The mystic questions, yeah.
Okay, anybody? Or should it be
We'll
like?
start with Kyle and then I'll try it with one of the teachers, yeah? One of the other teachers, yeah. Okay?
Thank you.
All right, good. All right.
Same turn, back to back, left foot.
How are we doing? Okay. We got to the end?
Yeah, we got to the end.
Awesome, awesome. Right. I think just practice individually for the last 2 or 3 minutes. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to have a look at Buddha-san's techniques, yeah. You will, well, might as well have a quick look. Just a second. You remember the partner routine?
Yes.
This one. Yeah, the first one, just try that together, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Let's have a look. Let's just pick a sequence and take a look.
Okay. Yeah,
This,
Am I jumping on that first one? Is it a...
no, it's more of a step, the first
Okay.
one. So this chop, we want to get a kind of whip-like movement starting from the core down.
Okay.
There. Step. Start to step again, but then jump and squat.
Okay.
So it's kind of like you're going to do this and then this and then this and then this, but actually you change it 1, 2 and then jump. One more. 1, 2. And always 1, 2. Land, and you can slide the foot a bit, but complete the movement of your feet. Stabilize the feet before you throw the fingers.
You're not using that.
So it's almost the same. You come in, but be down there before you actually let it go.
Yeah.
Before you let the energy go.
Okay. But you can still kind of use that momentum, but it's...
At the end. Yeah. But be stable before you apply force. It's that general principle.
Yeah.
Apply force on a stable base. Okay. I think it's time. We'll wrap it up. Thanks, Buddha-san. Okay, guys. Finish. That's it. Finish what you're doing. We're going to wrap it up. It took quite a long time to get around and have a look at everybody. I hope that's useful feedback, useful input for everybody. And now you can be working towards the next level. Okay. Well done, guys. Bell. And we'll have dinner. Yeah. Well, thanks for all the people who are still with us. We're going to wrap up our training session. That was working on mostly that last part on pieces of the Kung Fu routines, getting ready for learning the next full routine. And we're trying to get quality in the moves rather than quantity. Better to be able to do a few moves well than a lot of moves badly. We'll be live again same time tomorrow, so feel free to join us then. If you've got any questions, then just contact us. We're pretty easy to find online. Thank you.